My name is Craig DeLuz, and I am the Director of Legislative and Public Affairs for the Firearms Policy Coalition. But I'm also an elected school board member. I'm currently the sitting president for the Robla Elementary School District Board of Trustees. First and foremost, I believe that we have an inalienable human right to defend ourselves, and that's enumerated in the Constitution via the Second Amendment, where it says that the right to keep and bear or carry arms shall not be infringed. And I think that comes down to the very fact that I don't just have a right to defend myself and my family and my property, but I have a responsibility. And that responsibility and that right doesn't end at my front door. And so in order to be able to do that, in order to be able to exercise that right to bear arms, in the state of California, the only way to do that is to conceal carry. And so that gives me the ability to not just defend myself, but also defend my community. What SB 707 does is it basically says that my right to bear arms stops at the sidewalk outside of the school. The other issue with SB 707 has to do with the exemption for retired law enforcement officers. That right is equal for all citizens. For SB 707 to single out a particular group of citizens and say, you now have special rights. That's what SB 707 does. It says if you're on a campus, you have special rights. In other words, you still can exercise your right to be able to defend yourself. You can exercise your right to bear arms. But if you are anybody else, including CCW holders, the very definition of law-abiding citizens, well, you don't get that right. That right is now no longer yours. And that's concerning that we would set out specific rights for retired law enforcement. I happen to believe that most rank and file law enforcement officers supports the civilian's right to keep and bear arms. So the point of the SB 707 lawsuit is simply this. You know, if we have the same rights, well then at least we are in the same boat together. Then maybe we could work together to defend the rights of all Californians. But we also have to recognize they can't be everywhere. The nearest police station to our school district is the Keith B. Kenny Police Station, which is miles away from most of our schools. Now, if something goes down, they are, at very best, they are minutes away when seconds matter. And the best people in a position to be able to defend the people there on the school campus are the people who are already there, who've already gone through the process of demonstrating themselves to be capable enough to be able to carry a firearm. And that's what makes any CCW holder, particularly in the state of California, an asset to law enforcement in certain situations.
If you like our videos, follow, subscribe, like, and share.